Why do you go to church? Why do we have religion? I think it is just simply because it's easier. It's easier than dealing with truths and reality. If you have this God that's always telling you this is why we do this, and I know it may appear to be harmful, it may appear to be unloving, but this is what's best for us, then it justifies unjustifiable actions. And it's just easier to go through life that way. To say, hey, I'm doing this because my God deemed it necessary to be done, instead of actually stopping and doing the real work and looking inside and saying, why? Why am I like this way? What beliefs have been put into me? I have this instilled at me from birth. I've been trained, all things that we learn and do are usually picked up and perceived by influences in our life. We're going to act a lot like our parents act. They're going to train us and kind of teach us and guide us. And eventually we're going to keep continuing on believing that, or we're going to completely disagree and go 180 from what our influences in our life did. But that takes a lot of work to deal with that and understand what's going on in your life. To sit down and be like, why am I this way? Why do I act this way? What can I do to change this to be perceived as better, to be more socially acceptable in the world? But it's easier just to sit there and say, God told me to, or I don't know, God has all the answers. Why didn't I help this out? Well, I don't know. God didn't have the answers. And if we look, religion was probably a necessity. It kind of helps explain the unexplainable, the unknown. But as we moved on in life and started learning some of the stuff on what really happens with the unknown, religion wasn't needed as much. We didn't need more explanations. We were able to discover and figure out and lead to scientific exploration to understand our world around us. So we're starting to learn more about the unknown. Now, there's still plenty unknown out there. Don't get me wrong there. But do we really need to hold on to these ancient things to kind of teach us, okay, we don't know what's going on here. We're going to make up a story about it. No. Because what is happening is it puts people into this idea where they don't have to think anymore and just get spoon-fed and told this is what's going on. And it's lazy, because then they don't have to do any work. They don't have to sit down and try to recognize what kind of people they are and how they are in this world and how they want to interact with this world. They're just being told this is how you need to do it. These people, they don't believe like us. So we got to treat them differently. We got to try to show how bad they are and what they're doing, how wrong it is, and cause them discomfort and displeasure in their life, so much so that they have to be forced to turn in to believe like us. Is that a humane thing to do? Or why can't we just go around and be like, you got that belief, that's fine, I don't agree with it. But that takes work. That takes personal strength and just personal growth to be able to accept others for who they are, even though they may not agree with you. It takes personal strength and personal love of self to not have to have everyone agree like you and move in this world like you. But that's a lot of work. Religion is a cop-out, because you're going to get the automatic confirmation bias. You're going to get the automatic people that are going to agree with you and make you feel right and give you that just boost of emotional glee because you feel like you're right because you're with people that agree with you. And it's just not a good way to go through life, to constantly believe and focus on this religion. You can believe in God, you can believe in spirit, you can believe in anything else. But religion is what's going to corrupt you, because it makes you lazy. It makes you give in to what they decide to tell you what's right, instead of actually trying to figure it out on your own.